blessed is the one who does not walk in step with the wicked, or stand in the way that sinners take, or sit in the company of mockers. Psalm 1 could have been written in response to the cautionary tale that is Lot. You see, if you're walking with someone, you can just say, "Oh, I'm this way," and walk off. If you're standing with someone, you need an excuse. If you're sitting, it's harder still to prize yourself away. The more embedded you are in the lives of people who live counter to God's ways, the more accustomed you get. Their ways become your ways, and things can get a little twisted. Lot has become more and more embedded in the city of Sodom. When he left Abram in chapter 12, he pitched his tent outside the city walls. By the time the League of Four Kings invaded, he was living inside the city. And now in chapter 18, he sits at the gate of Sodom, where the city elders would gather. He has walked, stood, and now sits with the inhabitants of the most depraved city in history. But he did try. Angels arrived at Sodom, and Lot stood apart from his neighbours. He tries desperately to protect and shield them, and offers them honour and hospitality. Yet so out of step with God's ways, Lot offers up his daughters to be abused in place of his guests. All along, he fails to appreciate that it is the Lord's angels that will save and protect Lot, not the other way round. Lot has spent so long surrounded by the self-sufficient, affluent, and self-serving people of Sodom that he has forgotten what it is to trust and rely on God as his uncle Abram does. As Lot is hurried out of the city, fear takes hold, and he fails to appreciate just how safe he is under the Lord's protection. He begs to be allowed to seek refuge in a small town nearby, rather than believing that he will be safe in the mountains, as the angels have said. For Lot, it is fear, not faith, that ends his story. Lot is both a cautionary character, but a hopeful one. Cautionary because he tells us that fear, once it has taken hold of your life, can rob you of the realities of a faithful and merciful God. But he offers us hope too. Time and time again, Lot failed to make the right decisions. His morals got twisted up and confused, and yet God was always there to save him. Ultimately, it was nothing to do with Lot. He hadn't earned God's favour. It was because of his relationship with Abram, and it was Abram's faith and righteousness that meant God's favour was extended to Lot. We fail. We get things twisted up. We surround ourselves by compromise and corruption. We walk, stand, and sit with those who live counter to God's ways. Yet, because of our relationship with Jesus, because of his righteousness, and because of his holiness, time and time again, we are saved by grace.